Hey guys, Hockey Squirrel here. It's April 10th, Saturday, and this is going to be a free picks video. So we're going to hop in here. You got one game at 6 o'clock and one game at 9 o'clock to give you guys. These are Central Standard Time, so sorry if you're in a different time zone. I just kind of label these for where I live. But the Blackhawks came out at minus 110 against the Blue Jackets, both the teams. The line has started to run now. Hopefully you can grab it around minus 120. I think I saw in one spot. Maybe it's even pushing 130. I didn't bet it myself because I wasn't super sure on it until it was already minus 120, and I think people are kind of realizing the spot we're in here for the Blackhawks tonight. But let's look at the matchup regardless. Penalty minutes are going to be about the same, but we get a huge advantage on the power play, and just over a 10% advantage. Which, when you look at how many opportunities have we been given and how many have we scored on, the Blackhawks, this would suggest that they're good at drawing penalties, with 126 over 99 for the Blue Jackets. So there may be something to be said for the Blackhawks either just being able to draw penalties or being frustrating to play against. It is a little bit concerning with a 73% penalty kill, but the Jackets aren't too far off or that much better that it is a huge deterrent for me. I think this game's going to be mostly within the lineups that I'm excited, and not really so much in the goaltending either, but I am glad that Lankinen is in. If this was Subban, there's no way I would be betting this game at all. I'm very against Subban. Anytime he plays, it's just not good. It doesn't turn out typically very good. But Merzlikins is a good goalie too. But I just think they're missing too much depth here today. So we'll get into this game. First line center, or first line in general, really. Sorry. It's a solid first line. We've got Kirby Dach back now for the last few games, so he's been getting acquainted. DeBrincat's been back for a little while, and so we get a really solid first line. And we picked up Vinny Hinostroza. Bounced around from a couple different teams. I think he came from the Coyotes last. Maybe he got traded from the Coyotes, and then now he's on the Blackhawks. But either way, still not a bad pickup at all for this team. It creates a pretty solid third line, which is something they really haven't had most of the year. This has been one of those teams that have just been ridden with injuries, and it shows really in their record and in their stats. There's a couple of these teams. I think Dallas is another one that has really been just hit hard with injuries, where it, for the most part, creates a lack of depth on the team, and getting this third line to be solid for this Blackhawks team is huge for them. And if you go and take a look at the standings, they can still make a run for the playoffs, and really all they have to do is battle it out with the Predators, which is doable. So there is a motivation for this team to play today, and that's something that you might want to take a look at as you approach the playoffs. Something I certainly take a look at as the regular season kind of starts to wind down and teams are, either accepting that they're not going to make it and they're looking for the future to make some of these trades to, going into the next season, try to give themselves a leg up. And the teams who are going to make a run at the playoffs in the Stanley this year, they're going to try to do things like this. Maybe this isn't the best example, but who was it? The Islanders. I mean, the Islanders made a great trade with the Devils for this year to get Zajac and Kyle Palmieri. And in return, the Devils, who likely won't make the playoffs, just continue to future-proof their team with getting a first overall pick from 2021 and I think a fourth-round pick for 2022. They're a young team. They're, I think they're rebuilding, and so it's a good trade for both teams. But getting back into today's game, sorry, I got a little sidetracked there. You have veterans like Duncan Keith. Zadorov, I'm pretty sure, is huge. He's like 6'7", something like that. 6'8", maybe. Just a decent defensive pairings, and Lankinen in goal. I'm fine with this. And we flip over to the Blue Jackets. Still a solid first line. And we get Texier back today, who had some lumbar stress fracture issue, and then COVID, and I think it says either his first game back, might be his first game back or second game back, but not really sure how well he's going to play after all that time off, and especially the rest of everything that surrounds him on this third and fourth line looks pretty terrible. Atkinson's fine, but the rest of this lineup can go. So with a lack of depth, I think Laine's minutes looked pretty limited on Easter Sunday as far as I was concerned. I hardly saw him out on the ice. And another big story here is that we're missing arguably the best defenseman on the Blue Jackets with Zach Werenski, other than Seth Jones, but that really breaks up the top pairing of defense, and it gets worse as we go down. It just looks pretty bad. Merzlikins is a good goalie, but I just don't expect this team to hold up against the Blackhawks when you're missing Jenner, Nyquist, Werenski. Foligno now is out. I don't even think that was updated before when I was looking at it, so that's even better for this, which would speak to probably why the odds are still shooting up for the Blackhawks, but I'd still grab them around -120 if you can find them. So that'll be my first pick today, is the Chicago Blackhawks as a visiting team, visiting favorite now, I suppose. But yeah, I like that pick. And then tonight, the Oilers against the Flames. This is just statistically a great matchup. In the lineups, it's a great matchup, and I have system indicators on the Oilers, so it's a good matchup there too. So really all signs point to the Oilers, and it's just a good bet. Again, another huge power play advantage, 7 full percent. Here we are getting 10 on the Blackhawks. So, a common trait at least within these two games. And again, penalty minutes are exactly dead even. It's just when the Flames make a mistake, they're likely going to pay for it way more than the Oilers will. Penalty kill fairly even again, but take a look at this. So in one more game, the Oilers have put up 32 more goals and been scored on, was that 8 times less in one game? Yeah, we'll take that. So offensive powerhouse, the Oilers. Let's take a look at the lines here. This is scary right here. This first line, the trio of Puljujarvi, McDavid, Draisaitl. Nothing I want to bet against. Kyle Turris is back. I think he was out for a little bit, in and out of the lineup with some kind of injury. Yamamoto's back. Great second line. Fine with that. Cassian was out for a while. Normally he would skate up here on the first line with McDavid, but I think probably in his absence or just, Puljujarvi's proven himself. I liked him since last year. I think he deserves to be up here. I thought he deserved to be up here last year. So I'm happy with that. That's fine. Third and fourth line, as in terms of depth, I'm cool with that. Nurse and Tyson Barrie is good first pairing. We get Ethan Bear back. I think he was missing for a while. So overall, we're looking pretty healthy on the Oilers team. And Mike Smith has been confirmed as well, so I like that in net. So really, there's nothing not to like other than the fact that Nugent Hopkins is out tonight, but we have more than enough in the offensive lineup to take care of the Flames, I think, and it sucks to lose anybody that's good, like Nugent Hopkins, but flipping over to the Flames, I'd call it about 1.5 lines. And Goodrow is a good player, but he's just small. I I don't like to bet on small teams, small players. Kachuk is about as good as it gets on this team. As you get to the deeper parts of this lineup, like the third and fourth lines, you got players like Lucic who I think hold the team back. Just a lack of offensive skill takes really dumb penalties, to be honest. Kind of poor decision making. And, there's just not enough star power to really carry this team through. This 4-pack here, these players have been on the team. Hannafin's been on the team for quite a while. Giordano has been on the team for quite a while. But, I don't know. I mean, is this really your outstanding star defensive matchup? Not so much. I mean, Giordano's good, but I think he deserves a better team, or at least better pairings. Probably going to end up seeing Markstrom in net. Let's take a look here and see if there's any confirmations. Okay, that's not even the right game. These are not the teams that are playing. So, I guess we'll skip that. But, should be Mike Smith against Markstrom, I would say. And I'm fine with that matchup, too. So, in terms of lines, in terms of stats, in terms of system indicators, these are the games that I feel the most confident about tonight. And in these free picks videos, I mean, I'm not giving weak plays or trying to, screw the free picks people or anything like that. It does me no good. It does you no good to give out, what would be a, quote, worse play. I cap everything the same. The way I look at these games is the exact way I look at every other game that I give out to a full card. So, with all that being said, Blackhawks and Oilers, and I think those are some solid picks for tonight. So, hopefully you guys can get some good lines on those, and have a good Saturday night, and hopefully we win some games. Good luck, everyone.